have been very clear that Mr. Speaker, that I am sorry and that I have made mistakes. But the right thing to do
The British government is in turmoil.
is to make changes, which I've made.
And after an extraordinary day in Parliament ended in chaotic scenes outside the voting lobbies, many are wondering what's going to happen next.
As well. They're all gone. So why is she still here?
During a vote on fracking, witnesses claimed that some Conservative MPs were bullied into backing Prime Minister Liz Truss. And Labour MP Chris Bryant says he saw everything.
On this occasion, there was shouting, there were pointing. The 3 or 4 Tory MPs who were uncertain how they were going to vote were, I would say, being very aggressively intimidated, pointed at, shouted at, and then eventually, effectively dragged through into the lobby. In my 21 years as an MP, I have never seen whips and government ministers, including people like Therese Coffey and Jacob Rees-Mogg, who were in that circle, be so aggressive. You're meant to be able to vote without fear or favour. That's the whole point of you being an MP.
In the end, the government won by almost 100 votes, although the Labour motion was never likely to overturn government policy. But Tory MPs reportedly ordered their MPs to vote against the motion, telling them it was a test of confidence in the Prime Minister. In the division lobby, chaos ensued as Conservatives burst into tears after voting wrapped up. 40 MPs did not take part, including the Prime Minister and Chief Whip Wendy Morton. Morton and her deputy were reported to have fled the vote earlier in the evening and resigned, but Number 10 later confirmed that both MPs were staying in post. Speaker of the House of Commons, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, has now called for an investigation into the allegations from last night.
I remind members that the Behaviour Code applies to them as well as to other members of our parliamentary community.
Liz Truss has only been in power for a matter of weeks and is already facing a challenge to her leadership. A disastrous mini-budget saw the economy plummet, and one of Truss's closest allies, Kwasi Kwarteng, fall by the wayside. The departure of Suella Braverman also leaves the Prime Minister on shaky ground, and having to turn to supporters of her leadership rival Rishi Sunak for replacements. And with a number of Tory MPs now calling for her resignation, it's unclear whether Truss can form a functioning government at all.
I am a fighter and not a